Good evening, everyone, and welcome into week number 6 here of the North Shore Inline Adult Hockey League. Our first game of the evening will feature the White Foxes taking on the Purple Cobras. The Purple Cobras are 2-3 on this season, and the White Foxes are 2-2 with an overtime loss. We are underway with the Cobras starting off with the face-off win, and they have it back in their own zone, and the Cobras are without a key player in their team. They're without one of their quarterbacks, number 8, Jared Ing. Let's see how this team can do without him. Chu with a long stretch pass all the way ahead. Over to the speedy Stevie Castagna. Castagna takes control of the puck along the right side. And he's going to play it all the way back to himself. Off the half wall. And collects it behind his own net. 30 seconds in. Stevie Castagna with a stretch pass to Dominic Payne. Payne around to the backhand, shoots. It's a save there by young Ashton. And now the White Foxes control behind, and they quickly play it up ahead. And away comes Fraser Minton. Minton on the right side. Pass it across to Johnson, and Johnson's pass is going to be deflected. And it comes to Payne, who leaves it for Stevie Castagna. Castagna and Payne working a 2-on-1. And a pass across. Can't get to it. Kim backhands it over to John Babcock. And Minton tries to steal it from Payne and can't. Now it's backhanded over to Chu. Chu in his skates. Plays it down over to Gavin Gould. Gould. Across to Chu. Chu walks down Main Street with a shot that's going to deflect off a stick, and it comes back. Gould, backhand, shoots, and young Ashton makes the save. Is number 9 actually Harriet? Because they have him crossed off. You might want to let her know as well. Originally, he's wearing 21, I believe, on the Cobras. Foxes control the puck along the right side. Braun gives it away. Now, in comes Gavin Gould of the backhand shoots there, and young Ashton makes the save. And it's left back over to Nick Braun. And the puck stolen on the right side, back for the Cobras. Shots are 2-1 in the early stages, and it's a cross back over to Gould. Gould tries to play it through. It's going to be off the shin pad of Braun, and it's turned over. Bouncing puck comes over to the near side. '89 White Foxes. And a good play there by Stevie Castagna along the far side. Has control of the puck. Flips it over to Dominic Payne. Payne back to Stevie Castagna. Castagna goes in, shoots it. It's going to go wide of the goal. Puck ricochets over to the near side. And now it's turned over. Payne in, shoots wide. Bouncing puck in the air. Stops. And it's knocked down. And now back away. Comes Koji Gibson. Gibson across the bush. Bush shoots. And it's saved there by Dieter. Little back and forth action right now. Shots are 4-1 for the Cobras. And away comes Stevie Castagna. Drops it over to Chu. Chu back to Stevie Castagna with a backhand shot in tight there, and young Ashton knocks it away. Now it's back over to Johnson. Gives it over to Minton. Minton on the right wing. Gives it over to Bush. Bush back to Johnson. Now Babcock on. Down for Kim. Kim shoots and Dieter stops and holds for the whistle. 5 minutes in. Off the face-up, it's controlled by Dominic Payne. And Payne's gonna hop step his way through, trying to feed it through, gets his own rebound back, and gets a shot away. And it's knocked away by a young Ashton. Now Babcock speeding down, has Minton with him. And Minton's gonna pull it back before leaving it over for Babcock. Babcock pulls out wide, trying to go across the floor. His pass is blocked by Gould. Now it's Gould and Payne on a 2-on-1. Babcock tries to get back. Gould in and around, shooting, and a young Ashton again makes the save. Quickly up ahead, it's over to Dieter. Dieter up over to Gould. Now over to Payne. Payne at center. Takes it and has Chu with him. Up over to Chu. Chu in, shoots wide. Now Gavin Gould controls with Ryan Watt over him. Now with speed coming through. It's Malcolm Gould with a shot that's going to go wide. And all the way back down for Andrew Castagna. Castagna backhands the puck down. Over to Gavin Gould. Gould, sharp angle, walks around, tries to tuck it around young Ashton and can't put it through. On a good lifty new move in tight. Now it's back for Brett Andrews. Andrews leaves it for Malcolm. Malcolm over to Gavin. Gavin to Malcolm, tipped and scores. Cobras finally solve a young Ashton, and it's 1-0, 11:41 to go. But I just meant Oliver. He's too good at net. You're not going to beat him straight shot. That's the only way to beat him. This is gonna be a goalie battle. Just talking here with Jordy, and we both agree that we think it's gonna be a goalie battle with a young Ashton versus Dieter. Now it's quickly up over to Braun. Nick Braun on the left wing, in, shoots, and Dieter knocks it away with the blocker. Good sharp angle shot by the Foxes. Now it comes to Stevie Castagna. Plays it up ahead over to Osenchuk with a shot. It's knocked away. And now, in come the Foxes, and they turn it over along the far side and quickly back the other way. The Cobras pick up the puck. It's Castagna. Stevie Castagna with Payne. Looks for the tip. Now a backhanded pass from Gibson. Tries to go to Kim. It's going to be knocked away by Chu. Shots are 10-2 right now here in the opening 8 minutes. And now Osenchuk across to Castagna. Castagna flips it across to Chu. Back to Stevie Castagna. Castagna pulls away from the Foxes and gets a shot away. That puck's going to deflect wide. And now back in their own zone. The White Foxes look to regroup. Now with speed down the right wing. The Foxes are still controlling the puck, and it's going to ricochet behind the net. Now over to Gibson. Gibson with a little stick handling. Gets the puck over to Braun. Braun in tight, shoots, and Dieter makes a great save. Now springing. Stevie Castagna alone on a breakaway, one-on-one versus young Ashton, and young Ashton wins the battle. Now to Gavin Gould. Gould trying to go between the legs of Gibson and can't. Up over to Johnson. Johnson tries to flip it ahead. Pass gets through, and it's back for Johnson. Gives it across to Kim. Kim up off the wall to Gibson. Back for Shea Bush, who falls and quickly regains it with pain all over him. Now gives it over to Johnson. Trying to go back to Bush. It's off his skate and in over the half wall. Now it's stolen by Gavin Gould. Has Payne along the far side. Flips it over to Andrew Castagna across. And what a save by Young Ashton. And then on the rebound, Payne puts it away. And it's 2-0 for the Cobras. 10 minutes in. No penalty called there. In comes Gavin Gould around to the backhand and can't beat it past the sprawling Young Ashton. Now over to Babcock. Babcock finds Bush. Bush in, shoots, and Dider makes the save. Bouncing puck. Knocked down by Malcolm Gould. Across, in front. And the pass is going to be deflected wide. And now Owen Kim trying to poke it through and can't get it past Brett Andrews. Now Gavin Gould along the far side. Takes it back to his own side. Cuts across to the near side and away comes Gavin Gould with speed. Gould trying to walk it around. Gould to the backhand, to the forehand. Trying to tuck it 5-hole and can't. Now quickly up over to Babcock. Babcock works his way in with a long shot that's knocked away and held on by Dider. Seven minutes to go in the first. It's 2-0 for the Cobras. And it's passed over to Payne. Payne with a pass through. And it's into the glove of Young Ashton for the whistle. Now it's passed over to Payne. Payne looks to go in front with a cross-ice tip. Can't find it. Cobras still controlling. Back over to Payne with 6:30 to play. Payne. Little head fake and peels back. And then he backhands it across. Now it's to Stevie Castagna. Throws one towards the goal. Ashton is down. Trying to fight it away. And he quickly pokes it ahead. Now, the White Foxes on a 2-on-1. It's over to Watt. Watt lets a long shot go in, sliding across. It's Dider getting on it. And now, Osenchuk up over to Castagna. Stevie Castagna in his own zone. Trying to throw the puck across and can't. And now, away come the White Foxes again. Down the right wing in with a long shot on Dider, and it's knocked away. Just at the top of the circle. Now it's passed over to Chu. And the Cobras are in on a 2-on-1 and a great defensive job there by Fraser Minton to block the cross pass. And then gets his pocket picked from behind, but Nick Braun follows up, and Braun across, in tight to the backhand. And Dider makes the save. Now up ahead, Malcolm Gould. Gavin Gould is around. Gavin Gould in, shoots it high. And the puck almost goes out of play. It's going to go off the top of the netting and bounce back. Now to Chu. Chu looks to center it. It's off the stick of Young Ashton. Five minutes to play in the first. Up over to Watt. Watt tries to center it. It's taken away by Andrew Castagna. who gets it over to Malcolm, who gets it over to Gavin Gould. Gavin Gould plays it to himself with a shot there off the post and up and out of play. Back come the Cobras, down the far side. Gould across, the shot from his brother Malcolm is going to go away. Koji Gibson looking to make moves in tight. Now it's over to Andrews. Andrews up over to Gavin. Gavin Gould can't get a shot away as he's picked from behind. And it's flipped up ahead, but he knocks it down with the glove. Feeds it over to Malcolm with a shot. And a young Ashton fights it off, knocks the puck to the corner. Now Bush can't get it around. Andrews dancing, shoots. A young Ashton makes the save again. He's stopped 15 so far in the first. Now it's Osenchuk. On the far side, Osenchuk sends the puck back. Over to Malcolm Gould. Backhanded in front there. And it's going to be just flipped up and over the outstretched arm of a young Ashton. And it's 3-0 for the Cobras. And with 3 minutes to go in the first, the Cobras control. It's over to True behind. Up over to Payne. Now all the way down for Stevie Castagna. Up to True, back to Stevie Castagna. Can't get the pass through as it's knocked away to the corner on the near side. And a great job there by Stevie Castagna. Flips it up over to Osenchuk, who tries to bat it out of the air. Now it's back to Chu. Chu walks in, pass it across, the shot there off the post and out of, and just stays in play. Now the Foxes back the other way through center. Pass over to Johnson. Johnson now in front there, the shot there. Oh, what a goal! Beating the glove of Dieter. What a pass by Bush. Up over to Owen Kim, and Owen Kim makes no mistake about it. He cuts the lead down to 2 with 2:23 to go. Now Payne controls for the Cobras before turning the puck over back to Johnson. Now back to the goal scorer, Owen Kim, who speeds down with a high, long shot that's whistled past the outstretched glove of Dieter. And now it's back to Johnson. Up to Kim, back to Johnson. Johnson makes some moves to the backhand, has it on the right wing, gives it back to Babcock. Babcock trying to make moves down low. It's turned over to Payne, and Payne flips it over to Stevie Castagna with speed. Castagna working in on Braun. Backhand, shot, there. And it's stopped by a young Ashton. Little delay on that one. Wasn't sure if that one got behind him. Payne gives it across with 1:20 to go in period 1. between the White Foxes and the Cobras. Now in on the right wing with a long shot. Dieter kicks it away to the far side, to the near side. All the way at center though was Watt, couldn't control. Now it's Payne with Gavin Gould. Payne's backhand pass gets broken up, but Gavin Gould's able to get it back over to Chu. 50 seconds to go in the first. And the pass is stolen. And almost the give and go could have worked. And Chu up ahead. In comes Chu. Chu across. And what a save by the blocker of Young Ashton, robbing Malcolm Gould. Now it's Braun. Trying to go across. And it's going to come over to Bush. Bush across to Watt. Watt shoots. And it's knocked away by Dieter. 15 seconds to go. Braun slows it down. Now it's over to Babcock. Babcock trying to give it over to Braun, and it's going to be knocked away. 2 seconds to go. Up to Gavin. Shoots, and Young Ashton challenges him way out and makes the save as the buzzer goes. And after the first, it is 3-1 for the Purple Cobras, out shooting the White Foxes 20-11. We'll be back for the second after the intermission.
I think the gap between Oliver and Fisher is like not like it's like it's a gap.
It's a gap. Add ranks and
No.
I mean the gap between Oliver and Kaylee is a lot smaller. She's the best goalie. I got bumper tires. No, he's had a concussion since the Blazers game last year. Since he played for the great guys in the playoffs. Didn't play ice hockey this year. Andy told me he wasn't planning on playing ice this year anyways. I think it was like, so it's not, it sucks. There's no good thing about it. This person says Oilers game 6.
Like imagine if the Blazers like when they go down to March, they take Oliver with them.
Yeah, like it's the Blazers team. Yeah, mostly this. I bet you they beat that. They didn't do very good. I bet you they dropped some. Like Trevor Air, I don't think would be on that. They don't have Elijah.
Elijah's not going in Arch? Why? Well, that's their biggest loss. That's a huge loss.
And we are back here for the second, and it's over to Andrew Castagna. Castagna gives it back on over to Andrews. Back to Andrew Castagna. And it's dropped over to Andrews. Andrews down the right wing with a long shot that's going to go all the way down to the zone of the Cobras. Now Stevie Castagna loses his way through. Ashton is down. And what a save in tight. Believe he robbed Osenchuk. Now Ryan Watt finds Bush. Shooting, and it's blocked in front on a great block by Andrew Castagna. Back the other way come the Cobras. It's over to Andrews. Andrews can't control the bouncing puck into the right corner. It's going to come to Babcock. Babcock gives it over to Johnson. Now, Babcock in with a long shot on Dieter, who makes the save right off his chest, but can't control the rebound as the rebound is going to go to its way to the corner. Now it's a digging away at it. Both teams scrambling for that loose puck. Ref is right there, going to let this play out, and then he's going to put his hand up for a penalty, and a penalty is coming up. It's going to go against the White Foxes. You tried, Shay. And it's going to be Shea Bush to the box. And the Cobras go to the power play. It's controlled by Chu. And it's off of a body and past a young Ashton. And on the power play, 9 seconds in, the Cobras solve a young Ashton. It's Braun along the far side. Nick Braun works his way in, goes around behind the net, still controlling the puck on his backhand. Stops along the wall, gets checked by Gavin Gould, and gets it all the way back to Gibson. Now he turns it over. It's over to Gavin Gould. Gavin Gould flips it ahead over to Chu. Chu dancing around and gets poke checked by a young Ashton. And then it's back to Payne. Back over to Gavin Gould. Gould down the near side. Goes around behind the net, still controlling to the far side. Over to Malcolm Gould. Drops it to Gavin Gould. Gould trying to go around, gives it over to Malcolm. And Malcolm turns it over to Gibson. Gibson leaves it. Now to Braun. Braun around in tight. Shoots, and it's going to go wide. Might have got a piece of Dieter. Kovacevic passes it across. Onto the stick of Gibson. Stick handling his way through the slot. Gibson all the way around to the near side. Around behind the net. Still controlling. Gibson. Great job with the stick handling. Gets it to Braun. Braun carries it over to the near side. And it's back to Kovacevic. 4 minutes. And now it's Kovacevic. Across. Back to Braun. Braun trying to throw it in front. His pass gets blocked. And now it's controlled by the Cobras behind their own net. And it's backhanded across and away with speed. Come the Cobras. Down the right side, it's Chu. Now to Gavin Gould. Gould cuts across. Drops it off to Stevie Castagna, who scores! Nifty passing by the Cobras, and Stevie Castagna makes no mistake about it as he rips one past a young Ashton to make it 5-1 with 13:25. And our broadcast booth giving a little joke there to Stevie Castagna as Shea Bush called him 35 earlier. Pass across, shot, there scores, and the Foxes get it right back. Back to a 3-goal game with 12 minutes to go. And the defenseman Babcock wins a faceoff over to Johnson. Now it's up over to Ryan Watt. Watt slices his way in and rips a shot that's going to go way wide on the shoulder side. On the blocker side, my apologies there of Dieter. Now Andrew Castagna. In with Osenchuk. Gets it over to his brother Stevie Castagna. Stevie Castagna in, dances around and gets poke checked. And now it's over to Johnson. Shots are 25-14 for the Cobras in a game they lead by 3. But in comes Chris Johnson. Johnson to the backhand, can't get a backhand shot or pass through. So he gives the puck back over to Babcock. And then Babcock gives it over to Minton. Minton down the side and gives it back over to Johnson, who finds Babcock. And Babcock doesn't like what he sees and peels around. Now has space. John Babcock. Space down the right side. Goes around behind the net on the backhand. Tries to throw it in front there. It's going to be deflected. And now picked up by Andrews. Andrews finds Osenchuk. Osenchuk finds Castagna. And Castagna tries to go between the legs, and it's going to be frozen for the whistle with 11:47 to go in this hockey game. Now it's back to Andrew Castagna, who goes across with a great pass across. But he's stolen by Johnson. Johnson finds Watt. Now it's Babcock. Walks in down, rips a shot that's going to go wide, but it's loose behind the net as he gathers it again. And he feeds it across. And then the shot. Dieter makes the save. Babcock again has control of the puck in his own zone. Turns it over to Gavin Gould with Dominic Payne. Trying to go through, bouncing puck in the air, gets batted out of the air. Payne collects along the half wall on the near side before sending the puck all the way back over to Chu. Back to Chu along the right side. In with a shot that's going to go wide. Past Dominic Payne. Now picked up by Johnson. Working on 2-on-1. Johnson in, shoots, scores! What a shot by Chris Johnson! Absolutely rifles it over the shoulder on the glove side of Dieter. And it's 5-3 with 10:37 to go. Now it's Owen Kim. Passes it all the way down. Was looking for Bush. Couldn't find. Now Payne. Up over to Chu. Chu across to Malcolm Gould. Now to Gavin Gould. Back to Malcolm. Off his skate. Bouncing around. Oh, what a save by a young Ashton! Oh my goodness! Now, Kim making moves around. And he turns it over. Now it's Malcolm Gould. My apologies there. Malcolm Gould into the shoot. And it's knocked away again by a young Ashton. Now in tight with a shot there, and Diner makes the glove save. And then with a shot there, it's knocked away. Now it's backhanded back to Kim. In front there with it.
But the thing is, though, is not having Jared Ng a factor.
And it's dropped to Stevie Castagna. Gets a shot away, and it's going to be knocked away. 8:30 to play in this hockey game. It is a 2-goal game. The White Foxes have fought all game long, and they only trail by 2. Now it's Nick Braun. Braun in and around and goes behind the net. Tries to center. He does. It scores! It's a 1-goal game. On a great move there by Nick Braun to send it out in front. And I believe it was Gibson who made no mistake about it. And yes, it was Koji Gibson on that goal on the beautiful play by Nick Braun. And the White Foxes cut this to a 1-goal lead. Now, Stevie Castagna works in on Babcock, goes around, but Babcock does a great job defensively to stop the great chance by Stevie Castagna with his speed. Now Koji Gibson back the other way. Sends the puck over to Watt. Gives it back to Babcock. Now Babcock slices his way through between his own legs over to the right side. Babcock controls on the backhand, around behind the net, has still control. The sharp angle shot there knocked away, but the White Fox is still control. Now over to Kovacevic, takes the pass, gets a shot, it's blocked, and now it's controlled by Koji Gibson. 7 minutes to play. Gibson down low with the pass. Now across, over to Watt. Watt shoots, and it's a great block by Andrews. Now a long pass ahead to find Stevie Castagna in the corner, but he's working. Babcock comes in to help out. Now Andrews battling in the corner. Castagna helps out, but the puck comes free to Babcock. Osenchuk onto it. Now it's passed over to Gibson. Koji Gibson walks down, lets a shot go, and just misses the net wide on the far side, trying to beat Dieter on the blocker side. And now, quickly up ahead, Babcock carries through center with Kovacevic and Ryan Watt. Babcock goes out wide, goes around behind the net, tries to center it. It's going to deflect over to Minton. Minton shoots. Dieter makes the save on a great look from Fraser Minton. Back to Minton. Minton walks. Could have had a shot. Decided to pass it across. Blocked by Payne. Trying to go back to Minton, who is going down with 5:45 to go. It's back over to John Babcock. Back to Minton. Fraser Minton of the Toronto Maple Leafs turns back, gets this pass through, and then the shot in, knocked away by Dieter. Back to Minton. Feeds the puck across. Minton again at center, gets it, gets around Gavin Gould. Minton to the backhand, walks in, Tries to feed it in front. His pass is blocked and knocked away to Dominic Payne. Payne gives it up over to Gavin Gould. Gavin Gould down the right wing with a shot that's going to ricochet all the way around. Trying to knock it away there was Owen Kim. And then it's a 2-on-0. The Goulds together. And they dance around. A young Ashton who all he can do is hang his head on a 2-on-0 when it's back to a 2-goal game with 4:49 to go with the shots at 31 right now for the Cobras. And now we got some chirping from the benches over from the White Foxes, giving it over to Gavin Gould, it appears. Now it's dropped over for Owen Kim. Owen Kim dancing around, gets a great shot away, and it's going to be just squeezed against by Dieter for the whistle. This has been a great game so far. It's to Minton. Gets around over to Kim. A long shot gets tipped over to Minton. Minton across to Johnson. Johnson lets a long shot go, looking for a deflection. Doesn't find it as the shot doesn't get through. And back comes Gavin Gould with Chu. Chu takes the pass. Chu shoots, and it's a knocked down by the glove of a young Ashton. It's over to Minton. Up over to Owen Kim with 4 minutes to go. Kim's pass can't find Johnson as it was 2 behind. But it's back to Minton. Minton finds Owen Kim. Kim in, shoots, and Snyder makes the glove save. Here's a great shot, though. Shot there, just misses short side on the blocker side, and quickly up ahead, but it's going to come to a young Ashton, who's going to swat it across to the far side. And the White Foxes march back in, dropping it over to Johnson. Johnson across, a little give and go action trying to happen. It's Stevie Castagna with 3 minutes to go in a 2-goal game. Who gets the puck back over to Andrew Castagna. Now to Stevie Castagna. And a long shot from Stevie Castagna. Knocked away by the pad of a young Ashton. Now to Stevie Castagna. Johnson slowly marches his way in with 2:30 to go, with Kim going behind. A young Ashton still in his net. Now it's Owen Kim. Kim feeds it across. Johnson shoots, and it's a save by Dieter. What a save by Bo Dieter. A young Ashton slowly makes his way to the bench. Owen Kim down in tight. Goes around, centers in front, the shot, they're off the crossbar and out of play. And it looks like the faceoff's going to come to center, so a young Ashton will go back in. Two minutes to go in a 2-goal game. And the Cobras control the draw. It's Stevie Castagna. Works down the right wing. Castagna gets free. Castagna shoots. Knocked away by a young Ashton. Now he goes to the bench. In come the Foxes with a shot away. Knocked away. It's an empty net for the White Foxes. And it's the shot blocked by Babcock. 1:30 to go. Now over to Braun. Up to Babcock. Babcock pulls it behind. Tries to give it to Johnson. It's knocked away by Gavin Gould. And we are now in the last minute of play of the game. And it's all the way down, and it's going to miss the net. No icing, though, and it's a great play. Now to Malcolm Gould. Has a chance at the empty net. Gets it over to Chu. Off his skate. And the Cobras are just going to take the puck back all the way to their own zone and kill the last 30 seconds of this clock in a 2-goal game. Up over to Payne. Payne to Chu. Chu has a chance at the empty net as the puck goes off his stick. And it's left for Babcock. 25 seconds to go. Trying to give it over to Minton. Minton now has time and space. In comes Fraser Minton. Over to Babcock. Babcock in. Shoots, and it's going to be deflected wide over to Johnson. Leaves it for Minton. 10 seconds to go. Babcock shoots. Scores! There is still time in this game. There's 8.4 on the clock. In a 1-goal game. And that is going to do it as the Cobras control the faceoff. And they defeat the White Foxes by a score of 6-5. But this game, this story, this factor, the White Foxes made it that close thanks to their netminder, Oliver, a young Ashton. And that'll do it for this game. Cobras defeat the White Foxes by